Hello, good morning viewers. In this tutorial, you can see we are given a particular table here. And from the question, we are asked to find a quadratic equation used to form this table. So it means that this table is meant for a quadratic equation. If it is meant for a linear equation, by taking the first difference of these values of y, you're going to obtain a constant common difference. But if it is quadratic, you have to get to the second difference before you could obtain constant common difference. So now what is that quadratic equation? First of all, let us write the general form of this quadratic equation. Remember, it is written as ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is the general equation where a, b, c are all constants. So to find this quadratic equation used to form this table right here, we have to find a, b, and c. C is the simplest value to find because remember it is y-intercept. That is the value of y when x is equal to 0. So you have to look where x is equal to 0. You can see this is where x is equal to 0. And the corresponding value there, which is -3, is said to be our c. So we don't have problem with that one. And a can be obtained by taking the second difference divided by 2. That is the second difference of y values. So let me delete this and start working. First of all, what number can you add to 5 to get to 0? That is the first number we need to find here. That number must be -5 because 5 minus 5 is equal to 0. We continue in that order. What number can you add to 0 to get to -3? That number is -3. What number can you add to -3 to get to -4? That number is -1. What number can you add to -4 to get to -3? That number is +1 because -4 plus 1 is -3. What can you add to -3 to get 0? It must be equal to 3. So this is our first difference. So now let us go ahead and find the second difference. From here, we need to find a value which we can add to -5 to get to -3, and that number is 2. What number can you add to -3 to get to -1? That number is 2 as well. You can see we have a constant common difference 2. All of this, if you add 2, you have to get the subsequent term. So a can now be obtained by taking one of these values and divided by 2. So let me call this one second difference. A, which is the leading coefficient, is going to be equal to second difference divided by 2, and you have to take one of the values 2 divided by 2, and this is equal to 1. So the leading coefficient is 1, and we have seen that c, which is the y-intercept, is the value of y when x is equal to 0, and we have seen it is equal to -3. So this is -3. Let me repeat that equation, but we can include y. Remember, it can be written as y equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. So now let us substitute a and c because that's what we have at the moment. We have y equal to a is 1, so we have only x squared here, plus bx, b is still unknown, but c is -3. So how can we find b? Because this is the only value we need. We can take one of the coordinates here. You can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coordinates. We can take one of them and substitute into that equation. So let's use this one when x is -2, y is +5. So we have x and y values equal to -2 and 5. Let's substitute them here to see what is the value of b. You can see that y is equal to 5, so we have 5 here, and this is equal to x is -2, but this is squared, plus b multiplied by x, which is -2, -3. 5 is equal to 4 because negative 2 squared is 4, minus 2b because b multiplied by negative 2 is negative 2b minus 3. Now let us take all those constants to the right and the unknown to the left. If negative 2b crosses the left hand side, it becomes positive. So we have 2b to the left. And to the right, we have 4 minus 3. If this crosses over, it becomes negative as well. 2b is equal to 4 minus 3 is 1, and 1 minus 5 is negative 4. If you divide both sides by 2, you have b equal to negative 2. We can now substitute the value of b equal to negative 2 in this equation to obtain our general equation. So now we can just exclude y and write our equation as x squared plus, okay, b is negative, so we can write this one as negative 2x. Then in the end, we have minus 3, and the whole of this equal to 0. Remember, this is our quadratic equation, and this is what is used to form this particular table here. And this is all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. Do have a nice day. In our next class, we shall see how to find this quadratic equation using the second method.